Hold on, stop. We got its distance. I forgot. Yep, there we go.
With a wicked heart and a one-track mind, win before we start. With a one-track mind, tearing me apart. Gotta make her mine. Got a wicked heart and a one-track mind. One-track mind. One-track.
Welcome to Armstrong Street Scene, your neighborhood channel. I'm Rick Guerrera, along with Greg Roden, and finally we're getting to do a show.
Finally, after how many have canceled?
I think 4.
Well, we're outside. We're supposed to wear these inside, and we do. We're social distance. We're outside. We're going to take these off just for a second, but we finally got a show in. We had a ton cancel, and we decided to come back to Lowellville because they're doing a show, and it is packed down here tonight.
There's not many shows going on right now. There's a couple little shows going on around the Hubbard area, the Hermitage area. I was up in Orangeville a couple weeks ago, and they had a show, probably about 100 cars there, which was pretty nice.
Yeah.
It was different until it started raining, and I got my car, roof wouldn't go down.
Sounds like a personal problem to
It wouldn't
me.
go up, rather.
Yeah.
So I had big puddles of water in my BMW, so well, wonderful, you know.
Well, we finally got one in for you. We've been meaning to go to shows, and hopefully we'll get a few in this year. We're not going to get as many as we did, but we've got this one. We got another one coming up. Pray for good weather, so we'll tell you that.
This
we'll
has
see
been
it.
a very, very good summer so far. You know, I can't remember a summer we've had like this in so long, you know, because heck, this week alone we're in the 90s every day, and they're talking around the hundreds.
And we haven't had a cloud in the sky for 2 weeks, which, you know, I know we need the rain, but let's not complain about it.
Oh, no, this is perfect. We finally had a nice spring, and now we're getting a beautiful summer out of it. And let's get the cars out, you know. You can't get close to anybody, but this is perfect, you know. You can still cruise around and stop somewhere to get a hamburger out, you know, an outside restaurant or something like that, you know?
Well, let's stop BSing here, and what are we going to do?
We're going to go inside and check it out. With me, I have Lynn Miller from McDonald, Ohio, with his '56 Chevy. How's it going, Lynn?
Pretty good. It's hot out, but it's pretty good.
They can't complain, huh? After a winter, this is beautiful weather. There's not a cloud in the sky, boy. What a beautiful, beautiful night. And just to be together after all this quarantine, and with all the guys with cars and everything, everybody's doing good here. Everybody's staying apart, which is nice and everything. So, Lynn, how long have you had this car?
I believe I've had it for almost 4 years.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the history of this car. This car didn't start out as a Bel Air, right?
Right.
It's a 56 Chevy. Right now, it's Bel Air.
Yes.
But the 56s come in 3 different models,
Right.
which were what?
Pardon me?
Which were what? What were the 3 different?
Oh, the first model, the cheapest model was a 150.
The 150, and that had what, a 6-cylinder in it?
I imagine it could have had V8,
Okay.
probably. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just that it had less chrome, minimal chrome.
So it was the cheaper model,
cheaper
inexpensive,
interior,
yeah.
less insulation, less padding, small hubcaps.
Okay.
Otherwise, the front of the car and the rear of the car look the same as the Bel Air, but it's the sides and the interior is what was cheaper.
So this one started out as what?
This one started out as a 210.
The 210.
The middle series.
Okay, and then it was upgraded to the Bel Air, which is more chrome and fancier.
A nicer interior. With some more padding.
Okay, so how did it come about to be the Bel Air? Who did this and when?
Well, I believe from the paperwork I have, it was restored around 1990. Walter Baust from Austintown. He was a factory worker at General Motors.
He's up in car heaven right now, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We all end up there one day, huh?
Yes.
We'll be working on our cars up there someday, huh?
Yeah, well, my dad's up there fixing a few right now.
Oh, good. We'll join him someday. And what did he do? He did a complete what? Frame-off restoration on it?
Sure, it was a frame-off restoration. And I do believe the car was actually born with a 6-cylinder motor.
Okay.
And it was a power glide, 2-speed automatic power glide. And he searched around until he found a numbers matching V8 for the car, 56 V8. It doesn't match anything on the car as far as the number goes. It's just the serial number indicates it's for this car, for this type of car.
Right. He was very picky restoring this, huh?
I understand he was very picky.
Yeah, you can see that. This car, you gotta get a little magnifying glass on it to find something wrong with it.
I understand. I talked to a fellow that said that he was so careful, even by when he had needed some parts for the motor, that they were the right proper year. He had serial numbers for things like the distributor and so on, just to make
he
sure
got
they were
picky,
right.
boy. He was right
picky.
down to the numbers, yeah.
He was picky. Sometime after he restored it and turned it loose for use, the power steering, or the steering and the brakes were upgraded. Philip installed power disc front brakes and power steering.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to have the power brakes or disc brakes.
And they also installed a smaller steering wheel because you had power steering.
Yeah, the big steering wheel. Now, people don't understand why they had those big steering wheels back then. They didn't have power steering, and that's how you steered it. It made it a lot easier to steer.
Yes, sir.
You can see some of those old Corvettes. You can't even. What is it? The '60 Corvette or something like that? With no power steering. You can't even get in the car. The thing's so big.
I know, you're right. You're right.
This is a beautiful car. If you follow us on Facebook, okay, if you're on Facebook, Greg and I have been doing features on there. It's called Facebook Feature Car, okay, and we featured Lynn's car up here a couple months ago. I met Lynn at Golden Corral in Hermitage, and I fell in love with the car. It's just a beautiful car, beautiful car.
That's because your car is red and white.
Oh yeah, I like that's it. That's white too. Mine's red and white. I love the color combination. If you want to follow us on Facebook, just punch up Street Scene, or you can punch up Rick Guerrero too, whatever. But Street Scene and like us. And then you can follow everything we're doing, where we're going. You can follow the feature cars. You can even send in stuff to feature your car if you'd like. Okay, so that's what's fun. We've been doing that since the coronavirus stuff. Greg came up with the idea, which was, at first I was going, I don't know. I'm getting into it now. I'm doing all kind of researching on these cars. You know, people give us so much information. Then I go on the internet and find all this stuff about it. And it's a lot of fun. It's a heck of a lot of fun to do. And it's only about, what, 4 or 5 minutes long, Greg? Something like that. About that. And it's just a fun thing. It takes us a lot longer than 4 or 5 minutes to do it, believe me. You see it and you go, oh, that wasn't bad. But when I did Lynn's car, I researched the heck out of this one here. And took me a couple hours anyway, just for the research. These come in convertibles too, right,
Yes,
Lynn?
sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. And the Nomad, you can also get.
Oh, the
Nomad.
Nomads. That's right. You had the '56 Nomad,
Yes,
which was a beautiful
I'd
design.
really like to have a Nomad.
Yeah. Try to find one. Huh? The Nomad.
Oh, you can find them.
The Nomad was the two-door station wagon, right?
Yes, sir.
It wasn't. They didn't come in four doors, right?
They did.
Just the
And
two
It
doors.
had a special roof line to it.
I remember the hot rodders used to love those, and they used to hot rod them, and then now you get those back to stock, and it's just a beautiful design on those Nomads. Yep. Lynn, thank you very much for letting us feature your car here today. What a beautiful car. I love it. Nice meeting you, and I really enjoyed doing the feature on Facebook and everything, and I really enjoyed doing it tonight here.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Lynn. With me, I have Harlan Root from Coatesville, Ohio, in his '53 Merc Monterey.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Good, good.
What a beauty.
Thank you.
What a beauty. How long have you owned her?
I bought this in 1990.
Okay.
Originally, when I bought it, it was white. And we just redid the whole thing, inside and out. Shaved the door handles off, shaved the trunk lock off.
French the antenna. Is that what they call that? Frenching it with the antenna? And
yeah.
the headlights?
And the headlights
It's a
and
French?
the antenna are Frenched.
Okay. You got your spotlights on her. What a beast. This is really nice. Everything, the frame's all stock and everything?
Yeah.
Wow.
The frame, the engine, all the running gear is stock.
How's it run for you?
It runs good.
So this
Very
is a
good.
'53 flathead.
Yeah,
If I'm correct, '53 was the last year for Ford flatheads, right?
Yes.
When did they start those? 32 or 31?
I'm not
Way
sure
back in the early
date,
30s.
but it was, yeah.
I'm learning. I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm working on a highboy right now, a Deuce Coupe, and I'm learning about the flatheads a lot. So
Yeah.
every car is a different history, you know, and you learn from every car, and you can't know everything. So how's it run for you? Pretty good? It run pretty good for you?
Oh, it runs real good. Yeah.
Did you do anything to the engine? Is it pretty much stock?
It was rebuilt. It was 30 over, but other than that, it's all stock. Air cleaner, carburetor, everything.
What color are we talking here?
This,
Yeah.
the color is, I gotta think of it. It's
That's all right.
the same as the cake. Red
Velvet.
Velvet.
Red velvet.
Except it's called Velvet Red.
Velvet red. Okay.
Yeah.
It's got some nice metallic in it and everything. What a beauty. This is nice. How about the interior? What'd you do to the interior?
Interior is all redone.
Okay.
Guy in Struthers did it.
3 on the tree.
Huh?
3 on the tree.
Yeah.
No radio? Radio delete?
Radio I gotta get rebuilt because all
Okay.
it had was AM.
Okay. Oh, I see. There's a slot for it. Okay.
Yeah, so
Uh-huh.
we're gonna get a new radio for it. Well, not new, but a rebuilt radio that fits.
So this is a '53 Merc. What other model did they make with this? There's like always a couple different ones, right? This is a Monterey model, right?
There's a Monterey, and then there was just a Mercury. It had no model
bling.
number.
No bling to it.
Yeah.
This was the blingy one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, this is a nice. You lowered it and everything. The fender skirts, you put those on?
Yep. New fender skirts. We modified the trunk.
Can we see the trunk? All
Sure.
remote. Took the key out.
Yeah, the key lock's out.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got a lot of junk
Oh,
in
there's the
there.
radio there.
A
Those
lot
things
of
are
junk.
huge. Yeah, those things are huge.
Yeah, it has tubes.
Yeah,
No transistors back then.
yeah. What a great year for a car, 1953. A lot of good things in '53.
The 150th anniversary of Ohio.
Oh, 1953?
Yeah, 1803 to
Oh, I see.
1953.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Boy, the chrome's nice on this. You got this thing looking good there, Harlan.
Thank you.
How many miles you put on her a year?
Very few.
Very-
Not too much.
Very nice. You down here in Lowellville often?
Huh?
Are you down here in Lowellville often?
Yeah, I haven't been last year. This year I'm going to be coming a lot.
Good. Show her off, huh? Have fun
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, thank you.
Harlem, thank you very much for showing us your old Merc, buddy.
Thank you.
Looks good. Shake your hand, but
Not allowed to do that.
can't do that. Yep, got to stay our distance and everything. I love it. You pulled in, I said, I love it. It's a beauty. Look how big. We could put, what, about 4 or 5 dead bodies in here. That's how I gauge it anymore, with the dead bodies.
What's nice about it now is some of the younger generation is getting involved in this, and that's what I like about it, you know what I mean?
This is so unusual and everything. It's such nice shape, too.
Yeah, well, it was totally redone.
Mm-hmm. Today we're at Youngstown Cycle and Speed here on Market Street in Boardman, Ohio. And with me we have the owner, Adam Pratt. Hi, Adam.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Welcome to Street Scene.
Thanks.
What do we got going on here?
Well, you're on my personal 65 Triumph. I've had this bike since 2008.
Mm-hmm.
First time I built it, it was built using basically all the leftover parts from the Harley next to it, and fabbing a bunch of stuff in my garage using my grandfather's old tools from the 70s. I wanted to just kind of do it old school. Recently, since I've acquired the business, I had a little issue with the motor. So what started as an engine rebuild turned into this, where we fabbed up a bunch of the parts. Pretty much everything that's gold on there is something we fabbed up. Bike was painted by myself. I pinstriped the oil tank. I had Shakes pinstripe the back fender at a recent show we had. But that's about it. It just shows kind of what we can do here. We're like a one-stop shop.
Looks good. You get a suicide shift on here.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And I used to have one of these babies when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I chopped it and everything. Got it looking good, but I never finished it. It was got out of my hand. You know, it got out of control for me. And so you guys have been here how long now?
50 years.
50 years
in this location since 2006.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds very good. So what do you guys do here? Besides, okay, you fabricate these parts and these parts. What else do you do?
We're kind of specializing in vintage and classic bikes, choppers, stuff like that. We kind of got the old school vibe, like you feel that when you walk into the shop with all the 60s memorabilia, and we usually have like old movies playing on and stuff. But we can pretty much do anything. We have a lot of our customers coming in now that they may come in for an oil change and say, oh, by the way, this would be cool to have fabricated, and Matt will whip it up. Or they'll be like, you know what, I thought about, I don't like this red, can you paint this green or something like that? And we'll just go in and paint. So we do a lot of custom work, airbrushing, pinstriping, we do it all.
Looks good, man. Looks good.
Thank you.
Ohio, I have Howard Ashton with his 67 VW Bug. How's it going?
Good, good. How about you?
Very good, very good. You might have seen this mug before, Howard, before. Last year we were down here. Howard had that beautiful orange Caddy. What was that? A
50. Yeah, 50
And
Caddy.
that was Rick's pickup, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
and then,
it was.
And then he goes and sells it the next day. That was a beauty.
Yeah,
you always have nice
that
cars.
was a beauty, yeah.
You always have nice cars. So what do we got here, Howard?
It's a 67 Bug. It's on air ride. It's all custom. The interior's done. The paint, it's like a copper metallic PPG color with the cream beige, and it has the rally wheels on the back. Has all the new chrome bumpers, all new interior. Dash is all done. It's got a 1600 motor in it.
That's the biggie, huh?
Yeah, it runs good. It runs down the road.
It looks good, too. I love the way it looks. That's a heck of a motor in that
Put
thing.
the rack on it and the suitcases, just give it that look, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, it pops. It
gives
pops.
it the look. But it's a lot of fun to drive, and I'll tell you what, you could drive a $50,000 car, you drive this car, you get more attention, everybody's thumbs up, you know.
It's something different. Not everybody has one of these.
What's nice about it now is some of the younger generation is getting involved in this, and that's what I like about it, you know what I mean? Some of the young kids are starting to do the bugs. And,
they're a real simple car to do. That's
exactly,
right. Real simple car.
And
parts are available everywhere.
You don't have to spend a fortune. You know what I mean?
But someone spent a fortune on this. Where'd you get this at?
It actually came out of Miami. A friend of mine named Alex owned it down there, and you know, he put it on air ride. But it comes out nice. Has a tip-out windshield in the front.
A little air conditioner.
Yeah, a little air.
A little air conditioner.
Yeah.
Very nice. That's an expensive feature, huh?
Yeah, that windshield's probably about $1,000 by the time you're all done. You know what I mean?
They never come stock like that.
No.
No. Wow.
But it really turned out nice, really.
And under the bonnet.
You got a bonnet. See that air ride?
I'm learning. I just found
learning.
out this is the bonnet because the hood's in the back under where the engine's at. Right? I thought just the British called them bonnets. See, I don't know hardly anything about cars. Every car has a different story. And
that's for sure.
A lot of people say, "Oh, he doesn't know anything about cars." I don't. I'm just learning every day. We've interviewed.
Well, there's a lot to learn.
Yeah.
Really, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Especially you cover cars from 20s to 80s, you know, 90s, you know, so it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
But it's nice because a lot of the Volkswagen younger generation's getting involved, and you know that's what it's all about. If we can keep these kids, you know, interested.
Sure.
You know.
That's the problem nowadays.
Exactly.
They're all sitting in front of their computers and everything.
Yeah. So.
Hey, tell me about these back rims here.
Well, they're just widened. They're widened rims. You know, that's I think that's a 5-inch offset. It kicks out, and then with the white wall, it just gives it a different look. You know.
Is that turned around? Are they backwards?
No, they just kick them out.
They kick them out. Okay.
Yeah.
That gives it a different look.
Yeah. And they put the Venetian blind in it.
Well, you need it down in Miami.
I like the saying on the window. Read that. It's pretty cool.
See the saying? Don't laugh, your girlfriend may be in here. Is she back there? Howard? Not much room back there, no. I don't know. Howard, what a beautiful car, huh?
Thank you.
I guess the next time we come here, you're going to have something else. How long do you keep your cars?
I like to drive them for a year or two and then sell them, get something else, you know what I mean?
That's what makes it fun. I've been noticing that myself.
It's a lot of fun, you know. I've been doing this since I was a kid, so. But
I like to keep mine about 3 years.
Yeah, and then get something else, you know.
Get something else, yeah.
And I always need to stay off of eBay because I always find something I want to buy, you know what I mean? And I don't have enough room in the garage, so I got to sell something, you know?
As long as you make out when you sell it.
Yeah,
I've done
sometimes I lose, sometimes I make a little bit, but
I've done fine with cars up until my newest one, my 64. I think I'm going to lose when I sell that one.
I learned a long time ago, only buy what you like.
I love the car.
Because you don't know how long you're going to keep it, you know what I mean?
I love the car.
So I don't care if I sell it or not, you know, I like it.
have Frank Delane from Ellsworth Township in Ohio. Around what, Canfield area?
Yeah, west of Canfield,
little,
about 5
little
miles.
place. I heard of it, but I'm not real familiar
Right
with it.
it's right south of 224 where I live on Berlin Station Road.
Oh, okay. And Frank has his 1948 Willys Overland.
Overland, yes.
And how's that, the Willys Overland?
Willys bought Overland out
Okay.
in the early 40s, okay? And the Willys made the Jeeps for the military too, and so did the Ford make the Jeeps also. They were the same thing.
Right.
Made by Ford. And Ford got in trouble making them because they were putting F on the bolts. They didn't like that. They wanted to say Ford. So
Oh, I remember those. I ran into a
Yeah.
fellow up at the Canfield Fairgrounds last year, and he had the old Jeep Ford, the Ford Jeep.
Yeah.
And they put the F on the bolts and everything. So.
Yeah, and they got in trouble over that.
Okay.
In fact, I think they fired Ford over that. I'm not sure. They don't make them anymore.
Just for that. Okay.
They fired them over
So
that.
what do we got here? This is a Jeepster.
Willys Jeepster.
4-cylinder.
Overdrive, 3-speed. It's got overdrive in it.
It's got overdrive. That makes a
You need
big
it, too.
difference. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And when you cruise
It feels
along
like
the
you're in
highway.
second gear without the overdrive. It'll do maybe 60. You don't want to run it maybe 50, 45 to be nice to it. You know?
Yeah. So you really don't want to go on the interstate with this thing.
No, I don't want to.
Those big semis will run you right over. Huh?
Unless you drive on the burn, maybe.
So how many of these have you seen around town?
Not too many. They're pretty rare. This is
there are
my
some?
third one over the years.
Oh, you've had it before.
I had one before. But this is all original, the way it should be. And I want to show you something else. In the back here, this is where you see this little thing behind the seat? This is where you're supposed to keep the side curtains. It's got side curtains that snap
Oh,
on.
okay. You don't have windows. Those are your side curtains.
Yeah, side, they're in the back.
pretty
You
neat.
put them in here, and I got the back window down now.
Are they hard curtains? They hard ones? Or
They're
soft
like
just like
this, but
that?
they got
Okay.
plastic in. I got some laying in the back seat. I have more with
Okay,
me.
pretty neat.
Some of the side curtains are in the back seat. I didn't put them in the back.
Yeah, I think we got Ruby the Romantics right there.
Nice.
All
Very
right,
nice.
brother Vince, I didn't forget about you. Here comes
This is
your
so
song.
unusual and everything. It's
pretty.
such nice shape too.
Yeah, well, it was totally redone. But that cream color looks good. Now, these weren't chromed originally, but I think they look better, much better chromed than painted. That's about
Sure.
the only thing that isn't original.
This is a step here?
Yeah. I think the dash is so nice in it.
Yeah, the whole car is real nice. Are those the original miles?
Well, it's got over 100,000. It's probably got 4 since it's redone.
Yeah.
This seat, I had to move it back 3 inches to drive it. It was too close for me. You see the other seat?
Yeah, oh
I'll show you another feature. That seat folds down on the right side. You want me to show you?
Oh,
To
yeah,
get in the
that's
back?
it, yeah. For more storage.
Yeah. Try to get back there.
So what colors we sporting here? Black and
This is the Tacoma Cream.
Tacoma Cream.
Yeah.
That's a stock color.
Yeah, I'll show you how this seat works. I'm gonna hold that door. You want to get in the back, you fold the seat forward. Okay? I got a spare gas can. The gas gauge isn't working right now. There's a chance of running out.
How big of a gas tank?
15 gallons, pretty
15?
small.
Oh, that's a good size.
Look at it.
Very nice. So what are we sporting here? A 4-cylinder.
Yeah.
How many cubic inch?
Oh, hell, I don't know what it is. 155 or something, maybe.
And you said this is the same engine they put in the Jeeps during
like
World
in
War
41, yeah.
World
41.
War II.
Yeah. And then in 52, they went to an F-head. It was an overhead. Okay, in 50, you can get a 6-cylinder that's a flathead 6.
Yeah.
Okay, but in 51, they went to an overhead valve. It had one valve in the head and one in the block. It's called a Hurricane motor.
This is very nice. This is in excellent shape. Excellent
Under the hood
shape.
isn't real nice, but
But still, it's an hour under there, this thing will be perfect.
yeah.
Let me go to it in an hour and I'll have that thing looking like a show car.
Okay.
Everything else is looking good on it.
Thank
Do
you.
you ever find parts for it? Have trouble finding parts
Oh,
for
there's
it?
a place that sells everything for it.
Really?
Yeah.
All the fenders and everything?
Yeah, get all the stuff. Maybe not a hood, but they make reproduction and all.
Love the windshield. Look at that V windshield.
Yeah,
looks,
that's really
looks
cool.
sporty. Yeah. You ever have the top down?
Yeah. But on a day like today, you don't want to have the top
No,
down.
it's too hot.
too damn hot to have the top down.
I understand that one. I got a couple convertibles myself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're nice in the evening, like when the sun goes down.
Sure.
But you're sitting in that traffic light, you get roasted.
I didn't bring my convertible over to my girlfriend's house last night. She goes, why didn't you bring the convertible? I wanted to go out for a ride. I said, it's too hot. It's too hot. She goes,
Maybe
you're
about
crazy.
9 o'clock was nice.
Yeah.
Now that back bumper is a rare option. I say Willys over when it's a very early Willys.
So that's stock like that then?
Yeah, that's stock. But some of them didn't say Willys. That's a real early one.
So I'm not real familiar with the Overland. I'm familiar with the Overland brand, but I don't know much about the cars and everything and how many years they made
That
them.
spare had a cover, but I took it off.
Yeah.
But that's an original tire. I should
That's
replace
original.
it.
Oh, yeah.
But I hate to spend $150 to put a new tire on it.
Yeah, this is nice.
Thank you very much.
Frank, thanks for showing us your car. What a beautiful car, and it's really unusual. It's kind of cute in a way, you
I'll show
know.
you something else. It's even got some wood in it underneath here in the top. I'll show you this. Might want to take a shot of that. Up in here, they had wood up in here.
Yeah.
Sun visors go up, you know, but they had wood in here. I think they got, in the back, they got a wooden board. Look in the back
So
up
somebody
underneath.
redid this whole thing, huh?
See up in here, the
Yeah.
wood? Yeah, and all redone. New top.
I'm trying to figure out, Frank, why they have a step here.
I guess it's to get in the, I don't know why the steps are. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a step there and then step up. And I don't know what the steps are for. You got me on that.
It looks good, though,
Yeah.
with the chrome and everything, but I'm just trying to figure out, usually, like there's a big SUV or something you want to get
Yeah.
on the roof, but very nice, Frank. Thank you for showing
Maybe
us
so
your
you can
car.
get in the back seat when the top's down, you can step on there and just jump in the back. I think
That's
that
a good
might be
idea,
cool.
yeah.
Well, thank you much.
Thanks, Frank. With me, I have Ron Germanic from Brookville, Ohio, and Ron brought his '58 Cadillac Eldorado Barritz. And I just found out what the Barritz means. I thought it was more chrome or more bling or something. That's the convertible. That's what they used to call the convertibles back then.
Yes,
What a beauty. How long have you had this, Ron?
I've had it for probably 25, 26 years.
What was it like when you got it?
It was a good original car, you know, just sat in a barn for years.
Around town, or?
I had to go through to everything. Motor, I went to Columbus, Ohio to buy
Okay.
it. Yeah. And, you know, the motor was locked up, so we did a complete rebuild on the motor. It was,
Everything's stock.
everything's
This is the
original.
way she come out of the showroom. Wow, what a beauty.
The interior is still original. The whole
still original,
interior,
yeah.
all original.
I love it. I just love the convertible. I like the white, red interior, the white. It's got that bling to it, huh? It's got that look at me look, you know? Like, I got some money, man, back in the days. How far back in history have you, can you go with this?
I'm the third owner.
You're the third owner. Wow. You know who the first owner was?
No, I never followed that, but you know, the guy I bought it off of said he bought it from the original owner, and he wanted to do something with it, never got to it. Okay,
How much is this brand new, you know? You ever check that out?
$7,000.
$7 grand.
$7 grand.
You
The most expensive car in 58.
Wow. Yeah, I was going to say around $665, but $7 grand. That was a lot of money back then. You could have bought a house for that much money back then.
457 Chevys.
Is that what it was? Wow. I see you had this at the Glenmore.
Yes.
At Glenmore, I went to the Glenmore a number of times. What a beautiful show that was. Over at, where was that, Canton, right? Canton or Akron, the Canton, Ohio, at the golf course there. And that's a real prestigious show. That's like creme of the creme there, you know?
They handpick all the cars.
Yeah.
So, you know, you got to have something special to be invited.
Yeah, and I loved going to that. Every year that they cancel it, I guess because of sponsorship.
Yeah.
Was that what it was?
So, 5,070 pounds, okay, and it costs $7,500.
Oh, $7,500 brand new.
Yeah.
Weighs 5,000 pounds.
Costs $2,000 more than the next most expensive convertible.
Yeah. And we're talking under the hood, we're talking about a 365 cubic inch.
Yes.
How many horsepower are you looking at?
345, I believe.
345. Is that enough horsepower for this boat?
It gets down the road real nice, but it's a heavy car.
It takes a while to get there.
Yeah. Convertible hard boot fiberglass.
Oh yeah, your tonneau cover.
Yeah, it's
Wow, look how big.
yeah.
Look how big. We could put about 4 or 5 dead bodies in here. That's how I gauge it anymore with the dead bodies. This is the hard tonneau cover that goes on it when the top's down.
3-piece.
Hey, Greg, come over here and look at the rims here. Look at these rims. Those are stock rims.
Alloy wheels back in 57, mag wheels.
They're mag wheels. Look at that. And then you put the old hubcap on top of that, or the dish on top of that.
They're Kesley Hayes wheels.
Oh, really? That's what I got on my Kelsey Hayes.
Kelsey Hayes.
That's what I got on my T-Bird. They're the spokes. They're the spokes, yeah. So Kelsey Hayes must have been a big manufacturer of rims back then.
Yeah.
Too early for disc brakes. About 10 years too early for disc brakes, maybe.
They got power brakes. They're power drums. Yeah. Padded dash, you know. Yep.
Does this come with seat belts?
No.
No, it didn't. No seat belts. Too early for that.
Yeah.
We're talking, I think 60s for seat belts, right? Early 60s, something like that. Ron, thanks, man. This car's a beauty. I love it. How was the body when you bought it? Was it solid?
Pretty good. But, you know, my shop, I learned how to do lead work years ago, so I did the metal patches and finished everything in lead. So that's one of the reasons why, you know, all these years it don't have a flaw. I haven't touched it in 25 years.
Wow, it looks good. It looks good. Did you paint it?
Yes, I did.
It looks good. Looks very good. Power windows?
Power
steering,
windows.
Power brakes?
Power top.
3-speed automatic?
Yes.
3-speed automatic transmission. Power antenna? Well, this is
Power
fancy
antenna.
for back then. My God. Power everything. Looks good. I love it. I love it. How about parts? Can you find parts for it?
A lot of, you know, the front end's all the same as any 58 Cadillac.
Okay.
The back end is all Eldorado. Okay, and then, you know, you got the Eldorado engine with the optional 3.2 barrels.
Oh, that's right. That's just got 3 2s on it.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Nice. Very nice. But this is only 1 year for this, the 58, right? Just like the Chevys and everything else that year. The 1 year
They
model.
change every year.
Yeah. Don't do that anymore, do they? Ron, thank you very much. What a beauty.
All right.
What a beauty.
Well, Rick, we got a show in for everybody. We're down here at Lowellville. Yeah, let's clap because we got blue skies, and we take these things off for a minute.
Yeah.
And
we're far enough apart. So.
we've had a heck of a year to start off. We got all our shows canceled pretty much. With the coronavirus going on, if you're seeing this years down the road, you'll remember it, that's for sure.
It might last another year, who knows? You know,
It might last longer. We don't know what's going to happen, so yeah, we'll do the best we can to get shows in for you. But in the meantime, we do have a Facebook page, so tell a little bit about the Facebook page, Rick.
Facebook and under Street Scene, and like us. And what we're doing on Facebook, we're doing a feature car. Okay, and every once in a while we'll run into a car. In fact, if you were on Facebook, we ran into Lynn Miller, who we just interviewed tonight, and we featured his car. It's like a 4 or 5 minute feature, and we get into it. It's just a lot of fun. And we've been featuring cars. And if you'd like to have your car featured, like us on Facebook, send us some pictures and a lot of information.
Yeah.
The more information, the better.
Yeah, send it to Armstrong Street Scene at gmail.com. That's the easiest way to get your pictures sent, to get us aware that you're sending us a car, because we like the different stuff. Like I said in one of our interviews, you like the older stuff, I'm more into the newer stuff, like the muscle car and above. So send us anything that you're proud to be featured on Street Scene.
Send us like a lot of pictures, like more pictures the merrier, because we want engine pictures, interior pictures, trunk pictures, just odd things about the car, like nice wheels on it, the nice front end on it, nice back end on it. The more the merrier, we can talk about it, and it looks a lot better. I love to keep Greg editing in there, you know.
Yeah, he has the fun part of going and talking to people while I sit there and slave, right?
I send him about 50 pictures, and he...
every time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But that's always fun.
Keep an eye on the Facebook page. We'll announce where we're going to be at, because it's like right now it's play by ear. We don't know what's coming up.
Right.
We don't know where we're going to be. We don't know what's going to be canceled.
We just slid this one in, so.
Yeah, we were planning to come back to Lowellville because we came back last year, but this is pretty much, there's not much going on right now.
No,
So,
not at all.
But again, watch us on Facebook. Keep watching our Armstrong Neighborhood channel. Email those cars.
And where else can they find it?
YouTube.
That's right, we're on
Armstrong
YouTube.
Neighborhood channel. Look that up on YouTube. We've got 50, 60 shows on there from years past.
Yeah.
And
this show will be on there, what, Lowellville 2020? Is that what you're going to put on there?
We'll put on, look under Armstrong Neighborhood channel on YouTube. It'll be under Lowellville 2020.
Right.
This will be on there, and hopefully many more to come this year.
I hope so, Greg. It's just, we're having fun though with the feature car anyway, so we're not completely out of it. And you know what? I'm learning a lot doing that feature car.
Yeah.
You know that? I'm digging into some of these cars. And
It's fun to see. I see something come in, I'm like, I really don't know much about it. But when you start looking into these cars, there's a lot of cars that you never really thought of that have a bunch of unique features, detailing work done on them if they're modified.
Oh
They've
boy,
got a
that's the
lot
fun
into
ones,
them.
yeah.
And I remember we got an 81 Mustang with blue. We sent it in. I'm like, wow. And you know what? That was a nice car. Really, really nice car.
Yeah.
Feature,
And if you like a feature, we'd like you to share them too. Remember, hit the share button too, so more people, all your friends can watch it too. So that's what we like also. Yeah, but it's neat, and we're trying to keep everybody up on top of all the cars, even though this is kind of bad right now, you know.
Well, again, send up your feature car, Armstrong Street Scene at gmail.com, and check out our Facebook page at Street Scene.
Yes.
So, well, for Rick Herrera, I'm Greg Roten.
We'll see you down the road.